What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day. Good morning, everyone. Have you ever started a job and realized you've spent the first 20 minutes pretending you know where the coffee filters are? Yeah, me too. Today on Kindness Rising, we're talking about those first day jitters, that awkward energy of trying to belong before you've learned the rhythm.
Okay, smile, everyone. Let's pretend we actually like each other.
I'm smiling so hard my jaw just filed for overtime.
At least your jaw's working. Mine's on strike.
And yet somehow you're still the loudest one here.
Join us weekdays, 7:30 a.m. Eastern for Kindness Rising. Stay uncommon.
Stay kind.
So here's the truth. As soon as I sign off from Kindness Rising today, I'm heading into my new gig. This episode isn't just about new beginnings in theory. It's about mine. The first day of anything new, it feels a lot like walking on stage without knowing the song yet. You've got your instrument, the crowd's watching, and all you can do is trust that muscle memory, and kindness will carry you through those first few awkward notes. I've been reminding myself kindness in leadership starts with giving yourself permission to be new, to ask questions, to laugh, even when you mess up, to remember that belonging doesn't come from proving you fit. It grows from showing up live as you are. So as I start my second verse today, I'll be sharing my journey along the way, the nerves, the lessons, the moments that test this whole presence over perfection thing, because I'm going to be talking about going live. Yes, I am going live in a new job today, and we will see how it goes, but I will be here every morning, weekdays, 7:30 a.m. before I head over to the other gig, and that is the way it goes. Cal and Stan might be going through similar experiences too. Let's see how they're doing.
All right, first day. Remember to act confident. People can smell fear.
Pretty sure that's just Reggie. He hasn't left the litter box since the interview.
Apparently, Cal took Reggie to the interview too, but Cal's starting his new gig just like I am. Welcome to Kindness Rising, your morning dose of hope, humanity, humor, and heart. Welcome. Mike Sullivan. Love the live music references, like karaoke. Do you do karaoke, Sullivan? I'd be interested. Sometimes Keith Billis over on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends will start singing in the middle of his show. Maybe I'll start singing too. Who knows? If the spirit moves me, I guess maybe I'll do that. Spartacus, welcome in. Good morning. I am so glad you are here. If you are also out there in the chat, join in, say hello, talk about your new experiences, share what's going on in your life so that we can all grow together, learn together with positivity, with hope, and have a little fun along the way too. Absolutely. I am so glad that you all showed up here today. All right, let's talk a little bit. Yeah, I'm starting a new gig today. Little little anxious, but also excited. This is the continuation of my, well, trying to avoid the word pivot. I've been saying pivot a lot, but this is much more than a pivot. This is a major life change, a change from being an administrative leader in a hospital and health systems with hundreds of people and very intense 24 hours, 7 days a week of intensity, of other people, of trying to help, of serving, absolutely, to a world of digital marketing. This has always been my passion, my interest, even as I was going through my own career and trying to figure out what I'm doing. Um, I've discovered just passion for it, and since I've gone live here on the Mornings in the Lab network and started working with the Mornings in the Lab team with Keith Billis and Melissa and Jimmy and John and then everybody else within the network, it's changing my life. It's changing my life. I love doing what I do. I wake up every day with hope and excitement. It's hard. It's hard. There's no question about it. But when the work you're doing and what you love is, or excuse me, when the work you're doing is what you love, it doesn't feel as hard, except when you look back and you go, whoa, crushed there, or that was tough, or whatever the case may be. It pushes you onward. You're willing to put that extra effort into solving the problems and continuing going despite the challenges when you love what you do. And so I'm excited to start my new career, continue my development of my new career into digital marketing and media. And we're going to see where life goes. It's all connected. And there is a plan. Absolutely, absolutely. Mom, Roseanne Rouff, I appreciate you. I know that you are wishing me success on this journey. I can't wait to tell you all about it when it happens. So, have you got anybody else started a new job recently or a new thing? How are you feeling about it? I know today's going to be day one. I'm going to change my clothes. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to probably not wear the bandana on the first day. I'll leave my tooth in, Mom, I promise. I'll go in, I'll sign the paperwork and get involved in systems and meeting people and that kind of thing. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be real interesting. But like I said, one of the reasons I love the idea of the job that I have accepted, this other role, is that I get to continue to do this. Wake up every morning, get my show going, talk to you all, share my thoughts. It helps me to stay accountable to myself by doing this, and I'm excited and energized for it. All right, enough BS about me. Although this is my show, I guess it should be about me. But really, why I'm here is my true mission, which is to multiply kindness and unlock growth for good people doing good work, and that's what we do every day here on Kindness Rising by talking about organizations that are leaning into our topic, connected to what we're talking about, to promote the good stuff that's going on in the world. We hear so much about corporate greed and about power struggles, and I'm trying to rise above that with what I'm doing, because there is so much good going on in the world, and I want to talk about those things rather than the other stuff right now. You have to be aware of everything that's going on, but it's nice to wake up and think about the fact that there is a lot of good going on in the world. And so I'm going to talk about some of those organizations today that are helping people get their career started. A little bit different on my my plan, my approach. This one, we're actually talking about an organization called Dress for Success. Here we go. Starting something new is always easier when someone hands you the first tool, the first pep talk, or even just the first smile that says, "You've got this." And so our kindness spotlight today shines on an organization that's helping people step confidently into their next chapter. Good morning, Adam Holroyd. So glad that you are here on a Monday morning, helping us get up and get after it too. I'm sure you are. Anyway, I'm talking about Dress for Success. And actually, their focus is on women around the world, helping them transform job interviews into life changing opportunities. They don't just offer professional clothing, they offer career coaching, mentorship, and ongoing community. Each client gets access to resume workshops, mock interviews, and confidence training designed to help them belong in the rooms where they once felt excluded. So that is Dress for Success. I think that's kind of a cool organization. Anything that helps people to rise up, to approach the day, to maximize their potential and their gifts and give them to the world is okay by me. So that is Dress for Success.
If you like honesty with a side of chaos, hit subscribe!
It's the closest thing we've got to career stability.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is Kindness Rising, the opening show for the Mornings in the Lab network. After this at 8 o'clock, we get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends to continue our day, to not hit the snooze button, to get up and get after it. Absolutely. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising. Let's jump into a little bit of a branding spotlight. We always talk about branding here on Kindness Rising. I've got a little frog in my throat here, so I am going to wet it. Anyway, we always talk about branding a little bit, and here's one that probably many of you know. I have a presence on this platform. Probably many of you also do. I know Keith does. It's a key professional networking platform. I am talking about LinkedIn. When we talk about business, or we talk about kindness in business, it's easy to picture nonprofits and passion projects, but some of the most powerful examples come from the major brands and the individual creators and solo entrepreneurs who are out there that lead with authenticity. And each week, or every day, actually every day pretty much, excuse me, I talk about my EAT framework: experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment, to see how modern brands model human connection at scale. And today we're looking at one that practically owns the art of professional reinvention: LinkedIn. Their messages start where you are. And it's more than just a tagline, it's a permission to I don't know, my God, it just went, my brain went whoop. It's actually a permission for you to start right where you are with on your own footing. Excuse me. We show it all here, my brain farts and my rocking cameras and everything else here on Kindness Rising. But here's LinkedIn's EAT Breakdown experience. They're the global community for career growth. They've been doing it for years, right? Their expertise, they have all those learning tools, and they have methods for connecting and networking. I actually stream live there every day, the same program that you might be watching on YouTube. Some of you might be out on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. But anyway, they have all the tools there, and they have the expertise behind that. Authenticity, you can find a lot of authenticity on LinkedIn. That's a kind of a it's been an evolving thing. I've been on the platform for a number of years, and it used to be very much pretty conservative, straight, very professionally polished. Now you get people who are understanding that their authenticity, being authentic, being true, being real on these platforms is actually the way to real personal branding, real connection with people that leads to opportunities. So people don't want the polished stuff; they want the presence and real thought. And absolutely, that's what we're doing by leading the way in live programming here at Mornings in the Lab Network. Absolutely, you will find authenticity on LinkedIn. You will find trust, transparent connection between leaders and learners. Absolutely. And entertainment. Celebrating those small wins and awkward honesty. Absolutely. It is entertaining on LinkedIn. Believe it or not, I've joined a couple of groups there that host little events and just have a little fun, little talking, but a little professional too. It's become quite an interesting little platform. So LinkedIn isn't just about posting your resume anymore. It's where leaders admit they're learning out loud, and that's proof of leadership. So if you're not on LinkedIn, join, follow me, Matt Rouff. I'm out there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mike Sullivan, I appreciate what you're saying. Yes, the idea that a boss or an employer is supposed to be a dick is old and dying. Power of kindness. Absolutely. You'll get a lot more productivity out of people, and you get a lot more um, self growth and satisfaction. That's the word I was looking for. Self satisfaction when you're helping other people grow. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you got to start somewhere. We're talking about first days out here, and Cal or Stan might think he has some advice for Cal on his first day too.
Okay, here's the plan. Throw around a few buzzwords: synergy, engagement, thought leadership.
You don't even know what those mean.
Neither does anyone else.
Yeah.
That's how you fit in.
Doesn't it seem like we all use these buzzwords to fit in? Believe it or not. I mean, I find myself saying stuff and I'm like, ugh, I hate when people say that. And then I just said it. It is what it is one of those. I say it a lot. It may be true, but it's not helpful to say it is what it is. Like, that's just not, I don't know. Doesn't feel right to me when people say that. And I say it, and then I say it, and I'm like, what am I saying? I don't know. It's not what it is. Let's figure out what it is and do something about it. So that's my little buzzword. It is what it is. But it's not what it is. It is what we make it. So anyway, and speaking about is what it is and is what we make it, we are making it right here on the Mornings in the Lab and at Kindness Rising. And when I started here, I didn't have a plan. I just had a belief that I knew that if I showed up, it was going to matter. It was going to matter more than being perfect. And I knew that my confidence would build over time through the reps. Through the reps. That's how we do it. Rep, 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 rep. Wait, repeat. Trying to keep things fresh. Every time you do something, do it a little different, to practice, evolve. And that's what I have been doing. And my confidence has been coming up, I believe. It doesn't come before you begin. It actually shows up after you start. So if you're in your first month of something or you're starting new, I encourage you to go live anyway. Be real, show up as yourself, discuss your journey, explore your feelings out loud, discuss it with people. I hope people will get involved in the comments and share their story too, because that's the way we grow together. Because the magic isn't in knowing everything, it's in being seen while you learn. That's the great equalizer. Join us here on Mornings in the Lab. We're looking for the first 100 leaders that want to prove that presence beats polish. I'm number one. We got 99 more to go. If you want to do it, come join us. Reach out to me, Matt Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. I'm here on YouTube. I am on LinkedIn. I am on Facebook. A little time on Instagram and TikTok too. But here or LinkedIn are the best ways to reach me anytime you'd like. And I'll talk to you about my experience going live and why I think that it would help you too, and how we help you. At Mornings in the Lab Network, we are welcoming people. We have years of experience now. We have the tools, we have the setup, we have the systems, we have ways to help you measure what you're doing and how effective this tool can be over time. Over time, it takes time. So come see us if you are curious. Are you curious about going live? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought my podcast isn't working, or it's boring, or I can't get reach? This might be an opportunity for you. We'd love to talk to you about what we're doing and how we do it here on the Mornings in the Lab Network. Thank you again for joining me. I'm Matt Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. This is Kindness Rising. We are here weekdays, 7:30 a.m. to help you get up with hope, humanity, and heart. And then we all get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends for a little bit of AM chaos to help you not hit the snooze button. Welcome. And thank you. All right. I'm reading comments. That's why the air. Thanks, Mom. That's a great message. I agree. If it's always about giving, if it's always about what you can provide for others, sure, you need to get yours, and you will, and people will be. If everybody thinks that way, someone's giving to you, you're giving to them. Absolutely. It always comes back in ways that you could not imagine. I agree with that, Mom. Get out of our own heads. Think about others. That's what we do here on Kindness Rising. And what we also do, always do, is try to give you a few little takeaways. 5 ways to ease the new job jitters. Came up with this content as much to encourage myself as anybody else. But here are 5 ways. Ask before assuming. When you're new, curiosity is your strongest asset. Every team has unspoken rhythms, and asking sincere questions signals respect and eagerness to learn, not weakness. Here's another one. Find a first friend. You don't need to be everyone's favorite. Just find one person who helps you decode the culture and keeps you grounded when that imposter syndrome kicks in. Third, observe the unspoken rhythms. Every environment, a job, a team, even a family has its own tempo. Watch how decisions happen, who speaks up, and when people pause. Observation builds intuition faster than overconfidence ever will. Next, we're going to celebrate our micro wins. Not going to wait for the 90-day review to feel accomplished. We're going to celebrate getting the system login right, remembering a name, improving a small process. Progress compounds when you recognize it. And last, I'm going to be kind to the beginner in myself. You wouldn't judge someone else for learning, would you? So don't judge yourself. Every time you allow grace for your own growth, you make space for others to show up imperfectly too. The fastest way to feel at home in a new space is to bring just a little more kindness to it. And that's what I am planning to do today when we depart from our Kindness Rising morning. Another sip of coffee. Life is always give and take. Spartacus, it's interesting that you say that. My sister bought my wife and I a plaque, that exact plaque. Life is give and take. It was actually an engagement gift or a wedding gift or something like that. It's a beautiful piece of pottery with it etched in. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece, but those are the exact words. Hangs in our dining room. It reminds us all the time to give a little, take a little. It's just the way relationships and life works. I appreciate you, Spartacus, and your wisdom too. All right. Speaking of wisdom, can't go without paying a visit to the guru himself, Sensei Whiskers.
Sensei, why does being new feel so uncomfortable?
Because
Every new room smells strange at first.
So, observe before I act?
Exactly. A wise cat circles the couch before claiming it. And maybe brings snacks. Enlightenment works better with treats.
Snacks. Snacks always find their way. I'm not bringing snacks on my first day at work, but I definitely use that as a tool, a technique, a little way to give, especially when I know I have found when I can do it individually with people, bring them a little something, stop and get a coffee, whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to bribe somebody or whatever, but I know it makes my day when someone thinks of me. So I try to do that as a leader in my organization. And sometimes when I'm leading a team, I'll certainly hold the famous pizza parties or do something fun, try to get everybody involved. And food is pretty much a universal has universal appeal. So I'm not bringing donuts on my first day, but maybe someday I will. And so that's that. All right. I'm just going to take another little breath here. I can't believe the show is winding down. That was a quick half hour for me. I don't know about you, but I got a little more to say here before we depart for the day, and I come back tomorrow morning at 7:30 and tell you what happened. Are you interested? Are you curious? I am. I'm curious as to how my day is going to go, but we're winding up toward it. So here's what I have to say. Starting something new isn't about reinventing yourself. It's about remembering who you've been becoming all along. For a long time, I used to think that my career and my identity was like a zigzag, boom, 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 boom. I'm all over the place, that kind of thing. But here's the thing. As I get older, I realize that it's not a flat line. I'm not moving around. I'm moving along that spiral staircase. I don't go backwards when I turn. I actually rise. Every rotation brings me a little higher, a little clearer, a little closer to the light. And this new chapter for me isn't a pivot. It's a continuation of that climb, fueled by purpose, accelerated by courage, and sustained by daily action. If you followed me for a while, you know that you use a simple guide for that climb, what I like to call the 6 strings: kindness, balance, action, curiosity, self-awareness, and growth. And all of them will be used by me today. I will lean into every single one of those as I start my new adventure. And I think it probably could help you too if you choose to do that. Kindness to keep you grounded, balance that reminds you that your energy isn't infinite, action is the way we honor the opportunities that we're given, that we take fully embrace and actually act on these opportunities. Curiosity, that's going to make this transition exciting for me. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I'm going to grow through it. And self-awareness, that's going to help me to stay authentic in the moment when I am there and remember what I want to bring, my best version of myself, and growth will come through that. Those are the 6 strings as we wind down here on Kindness Rising and work our way over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, where they're going to change the topic a little bit, but it's an interesting one. Which guy are you in the group chat? I thought that was an interesting topic because we all know there are different people. I'm sure Keith has found some research about typing of people who jump into group chats. I'll be interested to hear what he has to say. So get on over there. Remember, starting over doesn't erase what came before. It remixes it. Every new chapter still carries echoes of that first verse. It just adds new layers, new harmonies, and maybe a few missed notes that make the song real. I'm starting something new this week. I'm not going to rush to find the chorus. I'm going to let myself enjoy the tuning, the tempo, the changes, and the discovery. So here's the beginnings, to beginners, and to kindness that helps us all find our rhythm again. Until tomorrow morning, as we always say, stay uncommon and stay kind.
Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.